Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating financial freedom for billions of people across this world. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people, and most important is that I manifest the words I speak. My message for you today, people, is for you to live a spiritual life. I think it's worth talking about because most people, including myself for the longest time, have just lived a bodily or physical life and not really connected with your spirit or your spirituality. Now, obviously, we all know that we're mind, body, and spirit. But what I want to take time to talk about today, people, is some of the myths, I think that's how you say it, about what, the idea of what people believe spirituality is. And, I want to talk about the fact, first of all, that I'm not talking about religions per se, even though there's some spirituality in that, a lot of those things, obviously, especially when it comes to the rules, are very man-made, So I don't really get caught up in religion per se, and what I'm sharing with you is not about religions. It's just sharing with you what I believe spirituality looks like, because I can only share with you mostly from my experience. So first and foremost, man, is that it got nothing to do with being super holy or super pure, because people, I'm none of those things. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I curse, I do whatever, man. I'm just saying, it's like, there's no perfection here. You don't have to be holier than thou. God just, I think, more or less, at least in my case, sees my heart, sees my intention, and knowing that I mean well. You know what I mean? And even when you fall short, man, it's okay, because that's part of one of the symptoms of the body. You know what I'm saying? It's imperfection. And because of those imperfections, that's what help us, though, to relate to people that actually need our help and need our guidance, because when we speak, we can speak from their perspective, because we are them and they are us. You know what I'm saying? We share similar experiences. And it also leads to you not judging people, man, because how can I judge people when I'm imperfect myself? You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to share that part with you, man. It's like, I don't want people to think or believe that you have to be holier than thou or super pure, man. I want you to be as you are and accept and embrace the fact that you're a work in progress, man, because I've shed a lot of bad habits and a lot of bad and negative ways of being, but there's still always room for improvement. You know what I'm saying? So I think more than anything, it's just the spirituality portion of it. It's just really, of course, pray more, meditate more, connect with your spirit, because again, the prayer is the language of the spirit, the language to the soul, where you can speak to the God that's inside of you. So really get in the habit of practicing and speaking to the spirit of God that's in you, man. That's definitely the way to connect to that. And then as time goes by, there's levels to things, you know what I mean? Is that you find the level of your relationship improving with time, And to me, man, that's the main thing, is just realizing that, spirituality doesn't have a whole lot to do with religion, man. And once you can separate the two and really start focusing on figuring out what that looked like for you, then I think you're on your way, man. I think you're on your journey for doing that, But definitely, though, people, just explore what that looks like for you. I think for everybody it's different, Also, when it comes to like relationship and, fornication, all of that stuff, man, like, listen, a lot of those things, people, it's like, from the Old Testament and way back in the past, you know what I'm saying? It's like, in modern times, you have to adapt and relate, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, I'm not encouraging people to live any kind of lifestyle. You just got to look, man, choose what you want to do with your life, man, and just realize that we're all imperfect beings, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. That's the biggest takeaway I want you to take away from today's message, man, and realize that You know, the Spirit of God have been with you at your worst of times. That's something I always like to remind you of. He's been there since the beginning. You have had a soul in you since you was born, man, even before that. So it's like God's been with you the entire time, and he didn't forsake you when you was doing your worst. So it's like, why would he forsake you now when he see you trying to do your best? Keep that in mind, man. I think that will help you to get rid of a lot of your guilt and shame that you might have, and really aggressively go on that journey of self-discovery, your spiritual energy, because it is part of you. Again, we're mind, body, and spirit. Most people are their body for most of their life. I'm just encouraging you to really work on exploring what it looks like to tap into your spirit, man. And that's a journey that nobody can take for you, people. And I can't even tell you everything about it, because for everybody, your journey is going to be different than mine. All I'm suggesting is for you to go on that journey, though, of living a spiritual life. You know, meditate more, pray more, you know, seek answers, pray for answers to questions that you have, and just really get busy exploring what that looks like for you, people. I'm encouraging you to do that for yourself today. Shout out to Jamaica, man, who is the eye of this world. Shout out to Africa, who is the mother of this world. Shout out to the entire Caribbean and the whole African diaspora worldwide. People, my mandate from God is to unite the Caribbean and Africa. And the way we do it, people, is by standing united, man. We are always going to find ways to encourage and support each other. One of the couple of new announcements that I'm seeing, you know, since I've been down here in Jamaica this week, is them talking about Africa really seem like they're making strides to unite and become one Africa, which would be an amazing accomplishment, an amazing feat, you know what I'm saying? Because that means that they'll be able to combine all their natural resources and really put it on to a great leader like Abraham Traore or whoever else they decide to use. But definitely, if it was me, I'd recommend him any day. That way, you can have a leader that's really for the people, about the people, and doing what's in the best interest of the people of the entire continent of Africa, not just a few countries right now like they would be with Mali and Niger. So that's something that I'm super excited about. In Jamaica here right now, just very happy about the progress as far as, like, you know, reduction in crimes, and a lot of new development and constructions. And just really, I think right now one of the things I was looking at while I was down here is the project they're working on right now to supply drinking water. I think something like 15 million gallons a day that this water plant is going to be producing up there in, by Spanish Town. And that is very exciting to me. This is something that we have needed dealt with for quite a while. So just seeing the infrastructure being built out here in Jamaica, you know, water, like I said, of course, road is always an ongoing process. Definitely happy about the Highway 2000 from Kingston to Mandeville. You know, I had to drive from Kingston to Negril, and that saved me at least 3 hours, you know what I mean, instead of going to the local street. So I just look forward to more and more development, look forward to the expansions with these airports, looking forward to new airport being developed or constructed here in the Grill. I mean, there's so much progress and room for growth that I see as I'm here. And I just get really excited, though, to know that we do have a great leader in Andrew on the side here, who's really a visionary and really doing things to improve the living conditions of Jamaicans, man. And that makes me truly happy, you know. At the end of the day, people are human beings, man. Nobody's perfect, you know. It's like you pick your poison, man. You pick who you're gonna work with. At the end of the day, whatever you want to say about the man, what his deeds is undeniable, okay? And for that reason, I would support him if I was voting in this election, you know. But I definitely am happy about the progress that I'm seeing, though. So anyways, people, uniting the Caribbean and Africa, that's the mandate, man. And with that being said, people, my declarations over your life, number 1 is that you are a millionaire. Number 2 is that you're married to the person of your dreams. Number 3, people, is that you have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, man. My prayer for you today, people, is that the Spirit will continue to lead you and guide you to being the most amazing person that you can be. I pray that you really focus on figuring out what would that look like for you to live a spiritual life. Basically a spiritually led life, people. You know what I'm saying? What does that look like for you? I want you to explore that and really get busy working on doing that for yourself, you know? Blessings on to y'all and y'all family, man. Y'all have an amazing day, and we'll talk tomorrow.